Yes, we live, we back, we back. All black, everything. Come on in, tell a friend, we back. All black, everything. Think it's flight, big dreams, many streams. Like and share, subscribe, thumbs up, like you're hitchhiking. Hit that notification bells. You know, share this, share this alive, and let's get it through the algorithms. They don't want this shared, but we gonna do it anyway, cause it's time to shed the light on the darkness. That's what time it is. No longer the age of Pisces is going into that. You know what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Speaking about how Joe Biden, your president, wants to go ahead and block out the sun, block the sun, and calling it a humanity endangerment or something to that effect. But we all know that people of, as they say, of color, we are people of the sun. So if you block the sun, you taking away our vitamin D, and we can't have that. Joe, another politicized weapon that they doing, trying to use these weapons, these underlying agendas that they got. I'm gonna read you a quote here, and then we're gonna get into some audio about this, what your president has to say about this blocking of the sun. This quote is from another one of your presidents, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I said it before. He says, anytime you see anything happen in politics, you better understand it was planned that way. I'll say it one more time. Anytime you see anything happen in politics, which this is politics, you better understand it was planned that way. So, knowing that, this blocking of the sun shit is not nothing that just popped up out of the blue, you know what I'm saying, and just happened to be going on at this time. But this was in plans from years ago. These people plan things years in advance. If you don't know, and we're gonna listen to some audio about who stumbling through what he's talking about blocking the sun and how it's a crisis of humanity and all these other cold words that they be using. Gotta learn how to read between the lines, see what they really saying. Well, let's go ahead and listen to it. We ain't gonna go listen to it all, but we're gonna check it out a little bit. Here it is.
Neighbor by your neighbor from Rhode Island. He's not a bad guy at all. I live in his house, Sheldon Whitehouse, a great champion of the environment. He's been banging away.
Great champion.
I come here today with a message.
Sure.
As president, I have a responsibility to act with urgency and resolve when our nation faces clear and present danger.
Let me stop it right there. He's speaking about the sun as if it's some kind of foreign country that needs to be dealt with. Clear and present danger, huh? Come on, man. The thing is that you are against nature. The sun is the reason for life. It gives life to everything. If you don't know, the trees, the animals, the sentient beings, us as humans. Without the sun, there is no life. So I don't know what the hell you thinking, but it's all wrong. We're gonna continue here. Stupid son of a bitch.
That's what climate change is about.
Battery low.
Clear and present danger. The health of our citizens and our communities is literally at stake. The UN's leading international
Battery low. Power off.
Oh man, come on.
Call.
Come on.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
The latest climate report, nothing less than, quote, code red for humanity.
Come on, Duke.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
Say it again. Code red for humanity.
Bluetooth connected.
Elected official. Call the latest climate report, nothing less than, quote, code red for humanity. Let me say it again. Code red for humanity. Isn't that a good
What
political
humanity?
elected officials?
You
Here's
ain't
an
even
aside.
human.
We see it here in America, in red states and blue states. Extreme weather events costing $145 billion.
Nothing to do with the sun, sir.
$145 billion
Nothing to do with the
in
sun.
damages just last year. More powerful and destructive hurricanes and tornadoes. I've flown over the vast majority of them out west and down in Louisiana, all across America.
You've flown. You ain't
It's
stepped foot on it
amazing
though.
to see.
You just
Ravaging
flown right over it.
100-year-old droughts.
You're supposed to be so
every 3
concerned.
years instead of every 100 years.
Mhm.
Wildfires out west that have burned and destroyed more than 5 million acres. Everything in its path. That is more land than the entire state of New Jersey from New York.
So he's saying the sun done did all this damage, burning shit up. Come on, man. Come on, man. We ain't stupid. Some of us got that, you know what I'm saying, got our eyes wide open. Mm-hmm. 2020. Eyes wide, you hear me? We ain't sleeping no more. You can't pull the wool over our eyes, man, with this fuck ass rhetoric that you talking. Continue.
York down to the tip of Delaware. It's amazing. 5 million acres. Our national security is at stake as well. Extreme weather is already damaging our military installations here in the States and are at risk. So we have to act. Extreme weather disrupts supply chains, causing delays and shortages for consumers and businesses. Climate change is literally an existential threat to our nation and to the world. So my message today is this. Since Congress is not acting as it should, and these guys here are, but we're not getting many Republican votes, this is an emergency, and I will look at it that way. I said last week, and I'll say it again loud and clear. As president, I'll use my executive powers to combat the climate crisis in the absence of congressional action, notwithstanding their incredible action. In the coming days, my administration will announce the executive actions we have developed to combat this emergency. We need to act. Just take a look around. Right now, 100 million Americans are under heat alert. 100 million Americans. 90 communities across America set records for high temperatures just this year, including here in New England as we speak. And by the way, records have been set in the Arctic and the Antarctic. Temperatures that are just unbelievable, melting the permafrost. It's astounding the damage that's being done. And this crisis impacts every aspect of our everyday life. That's why today I'm making the largest investment ever, $2.3 billion to help communities across the country build infrastructure that's designed to withstand the full range of disasters we've been seeing up to today. Extreme heat, drought, flooding, hurricanes, tornadoes. Right now, there are millions of people suffering from extreme heat at home. So my team is also working with the state to deploy $385 million right now. For the first time, states will be able to use federal funds to pay for air conditioners in homes, set up community cooling centers in schools where people can get through these extreme heat crises. And I mean people in crises that are 100 to 117 degrees. An infrastructure law, as you remember, includes $3.1 billion to weatherize homes and make them more energy efficient, which will lower energy costs while keeping America cool in the summer and warm in the winter and not using too much energy. My Department of Labor,
Bullshit.
led by a guy named Marty Walsh. He talks funny. He's a hell of a guy. But all kidding aside, Marty was a great mayor, and I know he knows how to get a job done. And he's doing two things for me. First of all, Secretary of Labor, he's developing the first ever workplace standards for extreme heat, saying under these conditions that hit this, but you cannot do the following. You cannot ask people.
This is what?
Second, he's sending folks out from the Labor Department to make sure we hold workplaces standards that are being set. They've already completed over 500 heat-related inspections of workplaces across 43 states. And at the end of the day, it's going to save lives. Now, let me tell you why we're here at Brayton Point. 5 years ago, this towering power plant that once stood with cooling towers 500 feet high closed down. The coal plant at Brayton Point was the largest of its kind in New England. 1,500 megawatts of power, enough to power 1 in 5 Massachusetts homes and businesses. For over 50 years, this plant supported this region's economy through the electricity they supplied, the good jobs they provided, and the local taxes they paid. But the plant, like many others around the country, had another legacy, one of toxins, smog, greenhouse gas emissions,
Of course.
the kind of pollution that contributed to the climate emergency we now face today.
Yeah. Your
Gene
fault.
McCarthy, a former regulator in Massachusetts,
nothing to do with-
was telling me on the way up how folks used to get a
Nothing to
rag
do with
out
the
and
sun.
wipe the gunk off of their car's windshield
Wow.
in the morning just to be able to drive. Not very much unlike where I grew up in a place called Claymont, Delaware, which has more oil refineries than Houston, Texas had in its region, just across the line in Pennsylvania. And all the prevailing winds were our way. I just lived up the road. I just in an apartment complex when we moved to Delaware. And just up the road to a little school I went to, Holy Rosary Grade School. And because it was a 4-lane highway that was accessible, my mother drove us, and rather than us be able to walk. And guess what? The first frost, you know what was happening? You had to put on your windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer. And why can't, for the longest time, Delaware had the highest cancer rate in the nation. But that's the past. We're gonna build a different future. With one with clean energy. Years ago, America generated more than half its electricity from coal-fired plants. Today, that's down to 20% because there's a big transition happening. Many of these fossil fuel plants are becoming sites for new clean energy construction. Others are switching to new clean technologies. Look at Brayton Point. Today, Brayton is on the frontier of clean energy in America. On this site, they'll manufacture
Yeah, I heard enough. But you see, he's talking about all this other stuff that has nothing to do with the sun. Yet he wants to block the sun. Just more hogwash. Bullshit coming out of his mouth, man. I can't stand listening to him. But yeah, go ahead and comment in the comment section. Leave them about what you think about your president looking to do things to block the sun. Like and share, subscribe, and thumbs up like you're hitchhiking. All black everything. We're gonna come back on some new stuff. Oh yeah, this is the series I didn't say. We've been lied to. / did you know? And we getting into it. Oh yeah, it's getting thick. But we ain't stupid. You ain't talking to no dummies, sir. Peace and love, y'all.